Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's do a review of this PTron smartwatch. So PTron has recently launched this smartwatch and I have already uploaded a video of this PTron smartwatch on its unboxing and how to connect and its first look and its overview. So in case if you didn't watch that video yet, means I have given the link in the icon and in the description. You can watch that it afterwards. Now in this video, I'm going to share you about this smartwatch review with its pros and cons. So I have actually using this smartwatch for the past 1 week. So based on my usage, I am going to share its pros and cons. And actually this smartwatch is priced for rupees 1300 price segment. So at this price segment, it is one of the best smartwatch in my point of view. So it is always worthy only. So even if it is having more cons like that also, so it is one of the considerable smartwatch to buy at this price segment. Well, now let's move on to the video. So firstly, let's talk about its pros. So the first pro of this smartwatch is its design and wearing. It has very good looking on wearing. So on wearing this smartwatch in your hand, so it gives a very good visual. So it is almost similar to the Apple Watch. So as we compare with the Apple Watch, in the Apple Watch at the left side there will be a 2 speaker, but in this PTron watch you will get only single speaker, and at the right side there is almost a similar buttons like a scrollable round buttons and a microphone, and then a turn on screen awake and off button. So it is almost look like a Apple Watch, and on wearing is also it's so good. So and this smartwatch is having a large screen to body ratio screen. So on wearing it will be very good. Then this smartwatch is actually comes with the IPS LCD panel, but on viewing and the direct sunlight or in the outerwards also, so it is also looks good. So you can able to view the contents clearly, and in the indoor, like in the inside the room, you can do able to view all the contents clearly. So the display is actually very good. So it is comes with the IPS LCD display only, but it has a very large screen to body ratio, and the colors is also too good. But in the sunlight, the contents is not that much more brighter, but it's possible to view the contents and the time you can able to view the time, and you can able to use all the option in this smartwatch. Then this smartwatch is having a rise to wake up feature. So by simply rising this smartwatch, the display is actually awakened. So you can easily able to manage these settings in the Fit Pro application by going to the Fit Pro application and in the brightness control by just enabling that. So the rise to wake up feature, you can easily able to enable that. So the rise to wake up feature is one of the best feature. So in case if you are going somewhere, means by just rising the smartwatch, you can able to awake the display and you can view the time and notifications. And this smartwatch is having a option of setting your own face as a watch faces. Like it has a more watch faces, but in the home screen by just swiping from the left or right, you can able to switch over to the other watch faces. And even though you can also set your own face as a watch faces. So for that, in that Fit Pro application, by just going to the dial settings, and there more watch faces has been listed. So in the multiple watch faces, by tapping any of the template of watch faces, and there just click on the option of change dial, and after clicking on the change dial, it is actually goes to the your gallery. So from there you can able to set your own unique watch face, and that watch face is actually synchronized to this smartwatch. So you can able to set your own face as a watch faces in this PTron smartwatch. Then this smartwatch is having a feature of speaking calls right from the smartwatch itself, and you can able to add a contact as a frequent contact in the Fit Pro application, and you can able to access the phone book application in this smartwatch, and you can also speak the calls directly from the smartwatch itself. So it has an inbuilt speaker and microphone too. So using that, you can able to speak calls and dial calls right from the smartwatch itself. So that is one of the best feature at this price segment. Then in terms of call quality also, so it has not that much of very good call quality, but is having some decent call quality. So while speaking calls with the opposite one, you can easily able to convey the message, and the opposite one is also clearly able to understand your voices, but the clarity is not that much good. So that is the thing, but you can able to convey the message by speaking calls via this smartwatch. Then the next pro is using this PTron smartwatch. You can also use this smartwatch as a Bluetooth speaker, so it will be act like a Bluetooth speaker. And I have also heard some of the audio through this smartwatch. And this smartwatch is actually having a Bluetooth audio device name, so its device name is actually Well Audio, and it will be directly paired with your device Bluetooth setting. So once it is actually paired with directly, and after that, once you have played any YouTube music or some other music in your smartphone, then that audio will be actually played in this smartwatch. So you can use this smartwatch as a Bluetooth speaker as well. Then this smartwatch is also comes with some of the basic fitness related activities. Like using this smartwatch, you can able to track heart rate, SpO2, and even you can also monitor the blood pressure. And likewise, using this smartwatch, you can able to measure some of the fitness related activities, like you can measure how much steps you have actually taken. And it has some of the sports mode also. It has a running, sit up, jumping jack, badminton, volleyball, bike riding, and some of the fitness related tracks also you can able to make. Then this smartwatch is also comes with the all notifications features, so you can able to view all your smartphone notification in this smartwatch itself. So it has a supportable apps like WhatsApp, Twitter messages, and calls reminding, and Telegram and Facebook. So like that, all the application notification will be you can able to manage right from the smartwatch itself. So to enable that, so you can easily enable that using that Fit Pro application by going through the Fit Pro application, and there go to the option set, and then go to the option message push. And in the message push option, there is a multiple apps, supported apps has been listed. So SMS remind, WeChat remind, QQ remind, Facebook, Twitter, Line, and WhatsApp, Instagram. So in case if you want any of this application notification, means just enable that push notification. And once you enable, then in case that application having some of the notifications, you can get the reminder in the smartwatch itself. Then finally, in terms of pros, so this smartwatch is as a best in the battery consumption too. So it is comes with a 150 mAh of battery around. So on battery consumption, so it is almost good only. So in the battery consumption, for in case if you are a moderate user, means like if you are just seeing what's the time and just speak the calls for some time, and like that if you are using, means it will be gives for more than 3 days to up to 1 week of usage time. And in case if you are a most advanced user, like I have actually tested the Bluetooth speaker. I actually played 5 songs continuously, and I hear the 5 songs continuously through this smartwatch. So by hearing the 5 continuous songs, it actually reduces from 100% of charge to 50% of charge. So the 5 songs means it totally around 30 minutes of music playback. So 50% of charge is drastically reduced. So in case if you are a user of so much of things using the smartwatch itself, like that, means the battery consumption will not work that much. Now let's move on to its con section, and I have listed a total of 10 cons of this smartwatch. So even though if this smartwatch is having 10 cons or more cons like that also, so as I already said, the price segment is one of the best pros. So for this price segment, it is definitely a worth smartwatch. Well, firstly, let's start with the first con. The first con is it is having an auto screen off. The screen will be off automatically after a certain seconds, and there is no option to set how much time the screen need to be awake, like that. There is no screen on time options in the Fit Pro application or in the smartwatch, like that. So the screen will be always goes off during working in the smartwatch, like that, and that makes users sometimes feels a bad experience. And this smartwatch is not having a touch to awake. By just tapping the display, the screen will not awake, so you have to manually press this side button to awake the screen. Then this smartwatch is not having a 12-hour format timing, so there is more watch faces, and some of the watch faces is actually showing a 12-hour format, but some of the watch faces is actually showing only 24-hour of format. And in the smartwatch, in the under settings option, so there is a time and date adjustment option, so you can able to change the time, but there is no option to set the 12-hour format or 24-hour format, like that option. So in the smartwatch also there is no option, and there is no option in the Fit Pro application too. And this makes sometimes a bad experience, like so some of the watch faces is only supported with the 12-hour format timing. For example, if I like one watch faces means, so that watch faces is actually having a 24-hour format only. So if I need to want to view the 12-hour format means I have to switch to the other watch faces. But that watch faces I not like that small issues users will face on real-time usages. Then the next con I have actually faced is that so this smartwatch is actually having a option called the dual mode. If you actually enable the dual mode means, so by enabling the dual mode, then this smartwatch will actually act like a Bluetooth speaker, and that time the smartwatch is actually directly paired with your smartphone, so via Bluetooth. And in case once you turned off the dual mode means, and during that time actually disconnected from the smartphone, so once you turned off the dual mode feature, so during the dual mode feature enabled time only, you can able to get all the call notification and SMS notification and other notifications. So in case if you want to receive some of the calls notification, or in case if you want to speak calls right from the smartwatch, or in case if you want to hear some of the musics in the smartwatch means, you need to enable the dual mode option. So by enabling the dual mode option only, you can able to do all these things. So this smartwatch is not directly integrated with the application, so it is directly connecting through the Bluetooth. So you always need to enable the Bluetooth option in your smartphone. So that is the one thing, and that is not a major issue. But the next thing is that, so for example, so if you are actually pairing your Bluetooth earbuds like that means, so that time so you have to pair the Bluetooth earbuds with your smartphone, and simultaneously you will also pair the smartwatch too. So in case if you are actually hearing songs like that means, so during that time the songs will actually plays only in the smartwatch only. So at that time you can't able to hear the songs in the earbuds. So that is the actually issues. And you can also disable the dual mode feature. So by disabling the dual mode feature, so you can able to hear the audio in your earbud. But in case if you are actually turned on the Bluetooth like that means, when any calls actually received means, so if call received means, this smartwatch is actually automatically paired with your smartphone. So then that time you will get the call notification, like you will get a reminder of a incoming call. Then once you attend the call, you can't able to speak the calls right from the earbud, so you have to use this smartwatch only to speak calls. So that is one of the issue. So whenever normally in other smartwatch, once you attend the calls right from the smartwatch means, then you can speak the calls through your earbud or your phone like that. But this smartwatch is actually restricting to speak calls only in the smartwatch only. But you can also change the device in the call option settings by just tapping in the call settings UI, and then you can select whether a smartwatch or a phone or a earbud like that. But that is one more work the user need to do whenever they are receiving a calls. Because this smartwatch is actually integrated directly with the application means, so like that issue you will not face. And anyways, this is not that much of a major issue. But in case if you are always paired with the Bluetooth means, so whenever you are receiving a call means, so you definitely want to speak calls right from the smartwatch only, or else whenever you are attend the calls, after that in the call setting you have to change the device from the smartwatch well audio to your phone speaker or your audio device connected. So whenever you are receiving a calls, it's mandatory to speak the calls right from the smartwatch only. So during if you are using multiple devices via Bluetooth connection means, that time you will face some of the issues. Then the next con is this smartwatch is not ultimately fulfill the fitness users. Likewise, in case if you are a dedicated fitness person like that means, you want to track all the things accurately like that means, all the step monitoring, heart rate monitoring, SpO2, blood pressure. And then in case if you are swimming like that means, you want to track how much calories it burn and what the heart rate at that time. So like that you want a more advanced features in the fitness related means, this smartwatch will not fulfill that much. So it is a basic smartwatch with a basic fitness related functions. And actually on testing, so this smartwatch, so without wearing, it is actually showing the heart rate value, SpO2 value like that. So the value it's actually giving is not that much accurate. And then this smartwatch is not having a water or sweat resistant. So in case if you want to track a swimming activity like that means, so you can't able to do that. So this not having a water resistant. And in case if you are doing more workouts and more sweatings are coming like that means, and in case there might be a water spread in the smartwatch, like that means there might be a chance of physical damage in the smartwatch. Then this smartwatch will not also accurately monitor the sleep tracking. So the sleep tracking will actually activate after you sleep for more than 4 hours only. So in case if you want to monitor the sleep, means you have to just wear the smartwatch and you have to sleep for 4 hours first, and after 4 hours of sleeping only, then only this smartwatch will actually track the sleep record. So most of the smartwatch will not having like that, and then this smartwatch will actually track the sleep recording after the 10 p.m. only. So that is not a good thing. So even if you are sleeping in a daytime or in a night time, so at any time if you are asleep, the smartwatch need to be track your sleep record. But this smartwatch will not do like that. So it has some of the standards, like so after 10 p.m. only it actually start the sleep record, and like that once you have started sleeping, mean after 4 hours of sleeping only it will actually record the sleep recording. So in case if you are a fitness related person and you are more dedicatedly wanted a more accurate details of fitness related, means so this smartwatch will not fulfill like that. Then the next thing I want to share is this smartwatch is actually having a notification option. So in case if you are actually receiving a WhatsApp, Twitter notification, like that, mean that notification can be reminded in the smartwatch itself, but you can able to view only one notification at a time. So that is the thing. So you can easily able to manage the notification by just swiping from the top in the home screen. So by just swiping from the top, so here is a message notification, and here you can able to view only one message at a time. For example, if you are actually set at WhatsApp and Twitter and normal SMS enabled, like that, mean in case at a time you will get all the 3 notification, means so it is actually, so if for example firstly you will get a WhatsApp notification, means the WhatsApp messages will actually appear, and after that if Twitter messages will comes, means then that WhatsApp message is actually replaced with that Twitter message. So it actually shows only one message at a time, and the previous message is actually replaced with the new one. And similarly you can't able to dismiss that message. For example, I have actually received this Twitter message. For example, I have received these Twitter messages so before 2 days, but still I can't able to dismiss these messages, and like I can't able to swipe to clear the message, like that. So the message still is here only. In case someone actually view your smartphone, means so anyone can easily view your past messages. So in case if your brand is actually comes with the option like supporting of 2 to 3 SMS at least in the messaging option, and dismissing of the recent SMS in the messages application, like that, means so that will be a great thing. Then next, finally, this smartwatch is actually unique in terms of charging. So it is having a charging dock like something unique. So most of the charging dock is actually comes with like a circle in shape, and you have to just place the smartwatch in that charging dock, then that smartwatch is actually starts charging easily. But this smartwatch is actually comes with something different in terms of charging dock. As you seen here, this charging dock is something different. So it has a pin and a clip like support, so you have to correctly insert this smartwatch into this pin. So while charging, you have to actually keep this smartwatch at a constant location only, because on the slight disturbance there might be a chance of a disconnection of a charger. So you have to keep this smartwatch at a separate location, at the constant location only, then only the charge will happens continuously. And in case any small disturbance actually happens, means the charging will actually stops. So that is because the charging dock is not that much good. Still it's charging good only, but you have to take some more care for charging this smartwatch. Well guys, that's all about this video. Now these are all my pros and cons of this PTron smartwatch and its full review. Now what are your guys thoughts on this PTron smartwatch? Let me know in the comment section below. And in case if you are a user already using this PTron smartwatch, means tell me your experience in the comment section below. And that's all about this video guys. And if you guys like this video, hit the like button, and if you guys like to watch my upcoming videos, hit the subscribe button below. And thanks for watching this video guys.